Om Sri Sai Ram, Om Sri Sai Nadhaya Namaha, Om Sri Sai Parabrahmane Namaha. Today we are going to talk about Sri Saisatcharita, chapter 24. In this chapter, Baba talks about or teaches us about the principle of surrender and how to surrender through a funny story of Hemad Pant that is related to some grains. And also in this chapter, Hemad Pant discusses Sudama's story and how Baba let his devotees serve him. First, let us look at this Hemad Pant story through which the essence of bhakti, the essence of surrender was taught. Once Hemad Pant was serving Baba and he was kind of shampooing Baba's feet. And at that time, everybody was around him. Shama laughed and remarked at him, saying that, what, Anna Sahib, what are these grains here which seem to be stuck? So Syama touched the sleeve of the coat of the Hemad Pant with his fingers, and from the folds of that coat, some of the grains fell down. And then everybody was wondering how these grains came there. Then immediately Baba says, oh, he has a bad habit, that of liking to eat alone. Taking advantage of the market day, he came rubbing the grams in his palms. It is not good to eat alone, but I know his habit. These grams give the proof. What is there to be surprised about? Then Hemad Pant says, Baba, till this day I have not seen the Shirdi Bazaar. If I went there, I could buy the grams, and the question of eating them would arise only later. I never eat anything without sharing it with someone. Whosoever has this liking may do so. But this is not my habit. So that's how Hemad Pant explains Baba. Now observe Baba's skill, what he said next. You share the food with whosoever is near you. But what do you do when you are alone? What can I also do? Do you remember me? Am I not beside you? Do you offer me a morsel? So indirectly Baba was reminding him that he's all over. He's everywhere. So what is the true meaning behind this story? Baba made these grams a mere pretext and deeply impressed upon the principle that eating food without offering to Indra or other deities, the 5 pranas, the fire, and defrauding them of it, or without offering to all deities made by presenting oblations to the fire before meals, or without offering it to the unexpected guest, makes the food highly impure. In principle, this may be, or it may look insignificant, but its application in daily life is very important. Of course, we enjoy the food with all the 5 senses, and other enjoyments are also included in various kinds of enjoyments that we do every day. But one who ponders to his, or panders to his senses, can never hope to achieve spiritual progress. And if somebody has a tight control over these senses, they can succeed in their lives. The Shrutis, the Upanishad says, Yada panchavatishtante. What it means is when all the 5 senses and the intellect become steady, It is considered the highest state of yoga. This was emphasized by Baba through this joke. Words, touch, form are related to this principle. How full of advice is this teaching of Baba in relation to this incident? Before the mind, the intellect, and other senses enjoy these sensory objects, Baba wanted him to remember him first so that you can offer whatever you're enjoying to Baba. Then, when we offer these first to Guru, the attachment to those objects will naturally disappear. But if we desire anything, Baba says that desire me only. If you are angry, vent your anger on me only. Offer me your pride and stubbornness. Be devoted only to me. So this is what Baba was saying. Even the anger, he wants us to devote it to him. Whenever desire, anger, pride arise strongly, Baba says that we need to make him as the objective towards which to direct all these things. In this way, one by one, the Guru will help you in eradicating all the vasanas, vrittis in your mind. The Lord will certainly calm the strong waves of these three venomous qualities. In fact, the disturbed mental state would be absorbed in my form or would become one with me. A state of peace will be yours at my feet. If you practice this, desires will become weak on their own, and the passage of time will make you detach yourself from these desires, and the mind will be free from all such tendencies. So, knowing all this and believing in Guru is very, very important to get rid of these tendencies. Once such a good habit takes firm root, and if we can establish this habit, then the bondage of the world will loosen up. The Guru's form will be seen in every desirable object. Thus, desire itself becomes the form of the Guru. If anything left, or any desire left for the enjoyment of these objects, and you think that Baba is close by, the question whether object is fit to be grasped, fit to be enjoyed or not, will be coming to your mind. Then Buddhi will tell you it's not right for you. So this way we can avoid all these unnecessary impressions that could be formed by enjoying these objects or sensory things, and thereby developing an aversion towards these undesirable objects. If somebody practices these, they can obey these rules to control the senses, like told in the Vedas. Then the enjoyment of the objects will be as per the rules, and there will be no indiscriminate indulgence. When such a habit is developed, the thoughts about enjoyment of the sense objects are weakened. The desire for the worship of the Guru arises, and pure knowledge will sprout. When there is pure knowledge, the bondage of the body consciousness will break away, and Gnana will emerge out, and thereby leading us to the infinite bliss. We all understand that this body is perishable. One day it's not going to be there. But this body is useful for us to gain enlightenment, to achieve that final moksha, and to know ourselves. So, through this surrender, we can reach to the new heights in the bhakti. So these purusharthas, what we call dharmartha kama mokshas, can be processed stage by stage so that we can reach to that ultimate stage of moksha through the bhakti. One who achieves fulfillment by serving the Guru can fully understand the implication of this statement. Whoever can understand the meaning, inherent meaning behind this surrender and bhakti, so they can get attached. Desire for the objects of senses will be destroyed from the root when you serve the Guru with a pure heart. The mind will become pure and sinless, and your self will manifest with effulgence. A popular juggler, merely to earn his livelihood, can produce whatever we ask for by waving his magic wand. But Sai is different. When he wished, he produced certain things on the basis of that circumstance to teach some kind of meaning behind what they were doing. The story expands our horizons, and if we can follow these principles in our daily life, we'll become pure in our heart. Then we will be saved by our Guru from this life-death cycle. So let us learn that do not enjoy any object with any of our five senses without first remembering Baba. And we have to learn to train ourselves this way. And then our attention will be at Sai's feet in all transactions. That incarnation of pure Brahman will ever remain before the eyes, and then devotion, liberation, and non-attachment will arise. Salvation will be achieved. The consciousness of worldly pleasures will disappear, and our mind will attain peace. So this is the beautiful meaning behind this great story. Next in this chapter, Hemad Pant also reminds himself about Sri Krishna and Sudama when they were in the Gurukul, in the ashram of Guru Sandipini. When we look at that story, later on we learned that Sudama offered Krishna a handful of parched rice, and how Krishna blessed him with the wealth. Not only blessing him with the wealth, but also blessed him with a lot of bhakti and gnana. When we offer anything to God first, before we enjoy them, we will be relieved of the consequences of those actions. Next in the chapter, there were some funny sequences Baba portrayed when he was in Dwarkamai. Anna Chinchinekar was serving Baba by shampooing his left arm one time, and on the right side, Mausi Bai, who everybody calls mother, was serving Baba. She was an elderly widow, and she was also trying to massage Baba's trunk and abdomen. In that process, when they were moving around, she accuses Chinchinekar that he was trying to kiss her when he came so close to her cheeks. He gets upset with her, and they both exchange some words. Then Baba intervenes to calm both of them down. So this way he tells her, "Oh mother, what's wrong if a son wanted to kiss you with a motherly feeling?" Another time, Mausi Bai was so forceful in massaging Baba's abdomen that everyone was worried that she might injure Baba. Then Baba got upset and dashed his satka on the ground. Then he takes this satka on one end with both hands holding it and pressed it on the hollow of his abdomen. The other end he fixed it to the post there and began to press. And everybody felt very anxious and they were worried that Baba's abdomen is going to rupture. But nothing happened. From that time onwards, the devotees learned their lesson not to interfere with anybody, but allow them to serve Baba the way they wanted. So these are the beautiful, funny sequences that Baba showed us through these stories in the Saisatcharita chapter 24. So this chapter is about our mindset on how we serve our Guru and how we display our intentions. It is essential to surrender with full faith to our own Guru. So this is the essence of this chapter. And with this we will conclude this satsang. Om Sri Sai Nadharpanamastu. Om Sri Sai Ram. Om Sri Sai Nadhaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Parabrahmane Namaha. Om Sri Sachidananda Sadguru Sainath Maharaj Ki Jai.